Good morning, everybody. Everybody grab a cup of coffee and join us this morning. Hey, good morning, Rita. Hey, good morning, Darla. Thanks for joining. We're just going to give it about a minute, and we'll let everybody get in. We don't have a whole lot to talk about this morning, but we need to make sure everybody pays attention to this morning. So, morning, Kathy. We'll give it just another minute, and I'll jump into everything here. Well, sorry I couldn't go live last night. I had my streaming software went down, had to reinstall and re-add everything, so I'll be kind of playing around with that just a little bit this morning while we're getting everything set up. Hey, good morning, Jimbo. All right, so we've got a few, and I know a lot of them are going to be sleeping get their beauty sleep for the last hour before they get up and go to work. So, it was actually probably a good thing we waited till this morning to do our live to allow all the model data to be compiled all the way up to the day of, but nothing has changed, guys. So and if anything, things have progressed just a little bit. Now, for the most part, through today, we're just going to have an isolated chance for a thunderstorm, thunder shower. The main show is going to be coming in after 3 o'clock today. We're going to have a short window that we can get some severe weather. However, the severe weather can be very serious today. We could be talking up larger than softball size hail, as well as a strong long track tornado possibility today, right here in west central Missouri. So there, the Storm Prediction Center has been back and forth on the intensity of the severe weather. I know me and Nader Boyd, we've been in discussion today. I've been in discussion with my nationwide group, Torcon, and somebody here when I'm in west central or southwest Missouri, somebody is likely going to get hit today. So we need to make sure that we let everybody know about this today. Let your coworkers know. Let your kids know, especially. Make sure that they know what to do in case there's severe weather. That's very important. Make sure you know how to contact them through the day. I'm not necessarily saying that we're going to have one right here in Clinton, Missouri, or right here in Adrian. But I do feel pretty strongly that somebody in our area, at least somebody we may know, will be under the gun today. So we need to make sure that we have adequate means to be able to receive warnings and watches, which I'm sure we will be under a watch probably by sometime after lunchtime, early afternoon. We'll probably be placed into a watch. And then we need to stay weather aware for this afternoon. So let's just jump in here. Hi, Joe. Jump in here. So, of course, we've got the Storm Prediction Center put us under all of West Central Missouri into an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms. And this also has swayed just a little bit north and south, but regardless, all of West Central Missouri is under the gun for severe thunderstorms. Now, even if there's not a tornado around us, another huge hazard we're going to have today is for the hail, guys. We're talking large hail, softball size, possibly bigger. So we definitely want to make sure that if you can, bring your cars inside, bring your pets inside. This is going to be a pretty serious threat for later on today. I normally don't use that kind of wording, but here is our hail threat. You notice a very, very large black hatched area. Includes all the way up in St. Joe, Smithville. So Joe, this is talking about you. This is talking about all the sublets up in Kansas City. So very, very serious, and pretty much what that is telling you is that there's a 10% chance to see very significant hail over 2-inch in diameter. And look at the size of that hatched area. This is going to be a big day today, guys. The wind outlook, also a big threat for West Central Missouri. We're in a 30% hash mark for the possibility of seeing some strong straight line winds, 58 miles per hour or larger. And then we go to our tornado outlook. Everybody, including you, Joe, up there in Kansas City, we're going to be looking at a 5%, this brown potato looking deal. The brown potato is a 5% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of any given location. So that don't sound like a lot, but that's actually a pretty moderate risk. Where you see the yellow is 10%. That's a very high risk. Where you see the black hatch, which encompass most of West Central Missouri, that is a 10% chance of seeing an EF2 or greater tornado within 25 miles of any given chance or any given location within that black hatched area. So they're not issued very often, guys. This is something that is relatively rare, issued out maybe a couple times a year, as well as encompassing West Central Missouri. So we've got a pretty serious weather day unfolding for us. Now, it's not like it's going to be like this from now until you get off work. This is going to be from about 3 p.m. is when these storms are going to initialize. 3 to 4 o'clock. We're right on that firing line. So we're likely not going to be able to track these things for 45, 55 miles like we normally do, and say, okay, let's put a timestamp on this thing. Okay, it's going to hit Clinton at 5:06. It's going to hit. We're going to be in the initiation zone, meaning that there's going to be a little cell that pops up. It's going to grow very, very rapidly. Next thing you know, it's going to have rotation, and it's going to produce large hail or a tornado. And there's not going to be a whole lot of tracking this afternoon. So another thing you guys have to realize is that I will be at work today, likely during at least during the initiation part of these storms. Now, a couple models are showing initiation a little later, around the 6 to 7 p.m. time frame. As soon as I am home, around 6 o'clock tonight, I will be going live. So, that is, I will be on tonight as soon as I get home, but you're going to have to be able to, have means to be able to obtain warnings and watches. And of course, if I'm not busy, I will throw an update or something on Facebook. But as far as going live, I might try to go live just on my way home. Something to let you guys know, the situation. But you're gonna have to rely on social media, on the media, weather radios, apps on your phones. So this is a pretty volatile day today for all of West Central Missouri. I don't think it's going to be one of the bust where now you might not get baseball size hail, you might not get a tornado, but your neighbors down in Appleton City might, or Osceola, or maybe up in Warrensburg, or up in Lee Summit. So this is something we all need to be paying attention to. This does not happen very often, but we will likely be placed under a tornado watch sometime afternoon today. I'm guessing probably sometime around 2 to 3 o'clock. They'll issue a watch out for our area. So at that point in time, that's when you start. That's when you start to make sure you have a plan in place. Make sure you have batteries and a flashlight. All this should have been done prior to our couple little threats that we had earlier last month. We are in April. We are in severe storm season, and it is coming in like a lion. So. Definitely want to make sure that I got this out there to you guys. I will be updating at lunchtime with any changes as far as timing or intensity. But I don't think we're gonna see much of a change, other than maybe a slight change of the track. Now, yesterday they completely took out this slight risk. They took out the hatched area. They completely took all that out. But everything that we were seeing on this end, it looked pretty significant. And I kind of mentioned, I said, well, I bet you they're going to bring all this back on Monday morning, and they did. So our next update from the Storm Prediction Center is coming in at 8 o'clock this morning. So we'll take a look at that, see what they say on any kind of wording that they might change up. But I don't see much of a change here, according to the latest models this morning. If anything, this slight risk area, as well as the hatch area, could sway 50 miles north or south. Because this low pressure system is coming in wobbling, so we've got to just a little wobble of 50 miles can make a pretty big difference on what's going to happen today. But regardless, this brown potato, it's all the way up here in North Kansas City by the airport. So regardless, we're going to have the threat for tornadoes today. So it is shaping up to be a pretty volatile day. And again, once this warm front moves through this afternoon, and we get our severe threat past us in likely a couple hours this afternoon, we're still going to have some rain, maybe some thunderstorms all the way. We'll have a chance all the way through tomorrow, but the severe threat will be over for us, and it will start to shift a little further down south to our friends down in Springfield, Joplin, Neosho area after dark tonight. So, and that makes it even more dangerous for those down there, because this slight risk and the Hatch area does cover Springfield, Missouri, Joplin, Neosho, Pittsburgh, Kansas. We have a couple of followers. I do believe their employment is over near Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh, Nevada, all of West Central Missouri. I'm just calling all of that. Now there's a little area in Cass County and Johnson County that's not quite in that yellow box, but we're going to call it anyway. All of West Central Missouri, Springfield, and so this is gonna. We're all going to know people in this area, guys. So we all have friends and family in this area. So let's make sure if you hadn't talked to them in a while, shoot them a text. And then just say, hey, I looked at the weather today, and we could be looking at some pretty severe storms this afternoon, and let them get thinking. Even if they just in their mind going, man, what are they all worried about? Yeah, we got strong storms coming in, and then maybe they'll get thinking, okay, well, if I'm at work and tornado sirens go off, man, where am I going to go? Let them get thinking about it, and I guarantee you there's a life saved from somebody doing that here over the last 5 years. So make sure communicate it out there to everybody. Let them know what's going on today. I don't know, Rachel. It could be a really bad April Fool's joke Mother Nature is playing. It is definitely coming in like a lion. But we do have some. Just looking up here through chat, I've been rambling on. Digging a big hole today, Tim. Being a pipeliner. Well, it shouldn't. We'll have some pop-ups, and we'll take a look at simulated radar here in just a second. We're not. We're going to get a few, maybe some rain showers, maybe a few thunder showers today, scattered in nature. But the big show really comes in after 3 o'clock. And thank you for spreading the word today. Throw it out there on your Facebook, post. All my friends and family, here in Missouri, be paying attention. We could get some strong storms today. Just anything to get people thinking. That's what we need to do. Good morning, Joy. What time will be under watches and warnings? Well, warnings I can't tell you. Watches were likely going to be placed under a unless this thing shifts way south, which I'm not expecting it to. We'll be under at least a severe thunderstorm watch by probably 2 o'clock today, 3 o'clock. Temperature set up some strong storms in our area. They did, and that's one thing that we are not going to have. We're not going to have a problem with today. Is going to be dew points. I'm going to set this up here real quick. So dew points Let's just put this into Missouri here. So right now we're already in the 60s in dew points right now. And then of course as we go into the afternoon here, they're 12 o'clock, and we got 67 degree dew points. I did not do this morning, so holy cow, there's a lot of moisture out there to fuel these storms. So this will be about initiation time, right around the 4 o'clock time, and all of west central Missouri is engulfed in mid 60s, upper 60s in some places. So we're going to have plenty of moisture, and this is the reason why they expanded that a little bit back to the north again, encompassing Smithville, St. Joe, Kansas City, is because this is the leading edge of the warm front. So let me just draw in the fronts here real quick, give you guys a little better understanding. Let me change my color. So we've got, if you want to call it a warm front, right here, there's your low pressure system. You got a warm front here, and you see this little area right here? This stretches all the way down in through central Oklahoma into Texas. And this is going to be setting up a dry line. So you have kind of going to be having like a little triple point in here, and along this dry line right here is where you're going to see the supercells. So as this begins to drop to the south, all along here are going to have supercell potential, as well as this is going to be sliding down to the southeast, and this you're going to have supercell potential. So of course we're going to be hitting this at about peak heating of the day between 3 and 7 o'clock, as well as plenty of moisture. So there's actually, in my mind, there's going to be two threats of tornadoes today, and number one is where they just outlined here around west central Missouri, southwest Missouri, but there's going to be another one where this dry line extends down into central Oklahoma, into central Texas. That's also going to be a secondary area that I feel like that is has a strong chance of seeing a strong tornado today. But here locally, our area is going to be under the gun today for all modes of severe weather, large hail, damaging winds, and of course the chance we could see a couple tornadoes in and around west central Missouri today. So let me bring up radar. All right, so here we are this morning, and you know there'll be this is at 8 o'clock this morning. As this low pressure begins its kick out, there are going to be a few showers and thunder showers around in the area. These are not expected to be severe, guys. So you hear a clap of thunder, don't at 9 o'clock this morning, don't go hiding underneath a cabinet at work. They're just going to think you're crazy. So nothing's going on this morning. And again, we could get some a pretty good little thunder shower this morning. This is at 10 o'clock. There's 11, 12. There's 2 o'clock. Pretty strong storm up here north of the river. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Now you start noticing all of these little discrete little areas of purple. These are going to be the supercells. This is at 4 o'clock this afternoon. There's at 5, 6, 7. There's 8 o'clock tonight. Here on the future radar with the brand new short term that right now is still loading. This is as far out as I can go right now, but this is the latest data. Shows several very strong thunderstorms, supercells. One down around Pittsburgh, another one coming into Bates County, another one up in Johnson County. So this thing has just actually has maybe increased in its intensity over the last 12 hours. So this is the time frame that we're going to be concerned about is for West Central Missouri. Looked like now around between 5 and let's see here, that's 8 o'clock. Let me jump to the previous run. Okay, so this is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, there's 10 o'clock. So we're, like I said, this is not going to be an all-night deal, but I'm going to tell you from around, looks like right now from 5 till 10, we're going to be under the gun here in West Central Missouri. So I'm going to kind of reach out to Treaser Man. Hopefully Clay over at KDKD. Try to make sure that these guys are getting word out on social media and on the radio stations for Benton County. 95.3 KDKD. I'm sure Clay will be going live tonight as well on both of his sister stations. So we need to make sure that everybody is aware of this tonight. So I will definitely be going live tonight, guys, as soon as I get home. But please, during the onset, the initiation of this, I might not be able to respond to your messages right away. And again, I got a full-time job. But go ahead and shoot me a message if you have a question. I'll try to answer them. When I can, when I have a minute. But as soon as I'm off work, I will go ahead and go live on my way home. Let you know I'm heading home. Kind of take a look and see what we got going on. I will do an update today at noon. Or when I take my lunch, sometime between noon and 1 o'clock, I'll have an update to see if anything had changed from that time. Thanks, Rachel. Mother Nature is a grouchy old hag today. Beautiful. I love the temperatures, guys. I do love the temperatures, but it's been a while since we've been under the gun. Been kind of the focus point for some rough weather, and this is definitely something that we've got going on. Okay, be careful up in Liberty today. You're going to be under the gun as well. All right, guys. So I've got a few more. I'm gonna try to get a hold of a couple people, make sure they know about the severity of what we got going on today. I'm also going to be doing a post for Henry County Emergency Management. Just trying to utilize these next 30-45 minutes before work, make sure do my part and let everybody know that we have a very volatile day setting up for this afternoon. I will be in direct chat with National Weather Service this afternoon. So we're going to have a pretty good team going today. We're going to have Nader boys out today giving us a ground level perspective of what these storms are doing. They're going to be heading out this afternoon early, and so we'll have some live streams from them going on. So we're ready. That's the reason why we had all these little tests from Mother Nature to prepare us. So before you go to work today, make sure everybody has a plan. Make sure you know where the kids are going to be. Make sure you know what to do in the case of a warning being issued for your area. Have an app on your phone. Keep up with the updates, and then I will be updating again right around the noon to 1 p.m. time frame ahead of a potential very volatile afternoon here in West Central Missouri. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Stay safe, everybody.